Oh, I do want to watch this.
This is like a trademark Bollywood and Tollywood shot.
Animating animals is probably one of the hardest things to do. You don't have like a reference of a tiger, like, you know,
Flipping front, flipping over.
For as ridiculous as certain scenes can get, this one is actually pretty believable.
I gotta pee.
Great. Oh, the fire looks
Dude, that's so smart.
I
That's
did
so
think the
smart.
Acid Trinity. Thank you for the gift.
Debit. Welcome to another episode of Visual Effects Artists React. And this week, something very special for you. The worldwide phenomenon, the global blockbuster from South Indian cinema that has swept the world.
RRR, for me, it actually sums up and utilizes all these crazy things you see in Bollywood and Tollywood movies for the purpose of telling a better story. Like, the action is crazy, it is out of the world, but also it's focused on storytelling. It's entertaining because it makes the characters cooler. The songs, the dances, they're not just random music videos dropped into the movie, they are story beats. And oh my God.
It synthesizes
Seriously.
all of the elements that you think about when you think about Bollywood movies as these sort of visually over-the-top extravaganzas.
Yeah.
But it hyper-focuses it.
I've seen 2 films in theaters, like so far into 2022. Those 2 films are RRR and RRR. If you're in America, RRR is on Netflix, but it's in Hindi, not its original language. You should try to watch it in Telugu if you can. You should definitely try to get it in the theater.
And if you are gonna watch it, try and watch it with a group of people.
But you have to disregard some stuff. You have to throw away the baggage of what you know about films. Take that bag of Oscars, throw in the dumpster. Get it out of here. It's
Throw away.
trash.
So with that, let's dive into RRR. I saw an interview, they said 2,000 extras in this scene.
Indian films have very good
I don't know anything about Ezra Miller because I've been dodging it like crazy intentionally. Could you yell out a trigger warning when you start talking about them? I'm not going to talk about them today. I already talked about them.
crowd work and extra work. There's a really great VFX breakdown of the scene too, which shows you just excellent use of crowds.
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh, that's really clever.
Oh wait, so it's not even fully CG crowds. We're talking about like plates of crowds too.
Yeah, they really committed to like have some real stuff in there.
This is a blend of virtual.
Yeah, everybody against the fence is real because they're interacting with a real object. But right behind them, by about 10 people back, you get into CG people and composited people.
Holly was an Indian film in the Telugu language. Dude, this part is so crazy. I love him so much, by the way. This man is now one of my favorite actors, dude.
So he's been ordered to arrest one guy in this crowd of thousands.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
Scenes can get in this film and others. This one is actually pretty believable. Like,
Yeah.
you watch this guy go through the crowd and you're convinced that he's actually like controlling this.
What's great is also the shot design here lets you, like, you really, even in the wide, you catch exactly where he is.
Which is crazy to be able to pull that off.
Yeah.
To be able to easily see him. Like, notice how everybody in the crowd is wearing headwear except for him.
And then great cutaways here to emphasize what's happening, right? So this punch here, boom, right? A little bit of CG blood to just emphasize each of these single hits. A tiny thing I noticed on my 4th rewatch of this was to make the crowd feel bigger, you have varying heights. It might be only like 2-3 layers of people deep, but then even further, right? See, you get little bits of the flag even further back, and you're like, oh, that's really just a clever way of implying more depth, right? Even though you won't visually see it by having some stuff higher up.
You're right.
I mean, it really seems like they're committed to having really practical stuff in the foreground at almost all times.
Yeah, all the stuff that your eye is focusing on. It's all about the particulate and the smoke in the air that really blends it out.
Listen, all I'm going to say is he's the only cop I support.
And the use of slow-mo here is very much, reminiscent of, I think, what John Woo does so well, which is using slow-mo as a means to emphasize and draw out beats.
Dude,
and it's like,
Indian movies have slow-mo in the weirdest places too, though. They 100% go buck wild for the fucking slow-mo, okay? Now, the reason why I say that is because, like, sometimes they'll literally do it for, like, super cool moments where, like, cars are flipping, classic Indian movie, Indian cinema, where the car flips and there's slow-mo and the car flips over you, right? But they also do it when you, like, move your head fast or something. And I'm like, why did you put slow-mo there? Like, why was there slow-mo applied to you just going like this?
it's like over and over again, the use of speed and speed ramping.
And rhythm too, like we're slow, slow.
Yeah,
he's
like
hurt.
this.
And then now that he's refreshed, he gets one breath, gentle push in, getting that rhythm back, and
Right?
boom,
And now we're back
boom.
in.
Bro, this fucking movie is literally, that movie is literally fucking 3 hours and like 20 minutes long. It didn't have to have that much slow-mos, that fucking, the Snyder cut looking movie over here.
Boom, boom, boom.
Except, how dare I say that, this movie, I would say, is probably around 100 times more fun and action-packed and incredible than the Snyder cut. Straight up, dude.
The rhythm's fast again,
Yeah.
and he's 100% ready
I
to
love
go.
that shot. I love this. Pause for a second on that. Now, is that comp?
That's a comp.
That's definitely a comp. Wait, I've seen so many eyeball reflection shots or sunglass reflection shots in these types of films, but this is probably the best one because first off, they're like distorting it. It looks like it's reflecting on a curved surface properly.
The
Like
reflections
eyebrows.
of his eyelashes,
The
dude.
eyelashes. There's so much detail put into it to the point where it's like, is that 100% real? His eye would have to be a chrome ball, or his pupil would have to be a chrome ball to
You
get
see
that
a camera
shot.
in the reflection too, also.
Oh, you would. You're right.
Come
This
on, bro.
Single
Come
shot's
on.
still telling the story of the scene.
This is movie magic. Come on.
It is one person against a huge crowd and him intimidating, right?
Yeah.
It's almost POV, but you're seeing it through his. It's just incredible. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
One glance, and that's all he needs.
What's the
to
last
push him
Indian
back.
film you
Yeah,
watched?
exactly.
Look how many asses were kicked.
All right, we've introduced Rom.
This is, by the way, maybe the two greatest character introductions in a movie you've ever seen.
Dude, this introduction is so dope.
And remember, too, in the language of the movie, they both represent the two elements, right? So Ram's supposed to be fire, and then NTR's supposed to be water.
Yeah, he had the torch that hits the
Yep.
gate before he reveals him.
Yep.
And here we're on
then
water
here, it's like it
immediately.
starts on a reflection before we turn around.
That's a fun shot.
It's weird, this blood looks perfectly real at first, and then it gets a little CG at the end.
It's totally, there is so much CG blood drips in this movie.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's probably an element that they poured down like something and comped it.
One of the things that's really interesting, due to sort of the cultural sensitivities towards
Yeah.
animals.
They literally say in the beginning of the movie, no animal was harmed. Like, no animal was even used. All the animals are CGI. There's like a 1 minute warning to be like, trust me, we didn't touch a single animal while making this
Then
movie.
these movies are all CG, right? They don't mess with the possibility of harm to any animals.
By the way, you guys notice that he turned into a CG man there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that little blend there. There's a blend.
Yeah, real. And then
spin.
little Texas switch to a CG double.
Dude, what?
Oh yeah.
Dude, what a shot.
And what's great about slow-mo, by the way, is in the world of slow-mo, we don't have any visual context for what should look right.
Yeah.
So you can get away with animation to just emphasize like the swipe or whatever. Even if you like played that back at normal speed, it might look weird, but it doesn't matter because it works in the slow-mo context.
So something that's look really nice here, but when they hit the ground, there's a bunch of CG leaves. Boom, right there.
Oh yeah,
And that like really sells the contact.
Whoa. Yeah, those look
They
nice.
put a lot of effort into these tiger shots.
Animating animals is probably one of the hardest things to do. Like if you're doing a human being, it's like, oh, I need to dance and do this weird move. It's like, well, I can look in a mirror or record myself with
exactly.
a phone. You don't have like reference of a tiger, like
Flipping
doing
over.
I need a tiger doing the semi-truck crash from The Dark Knight. This is the one shot that's janky.
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
The
Was
punch.
the semi-truck crash from Dark Knight stolen from Tollywood or Bollywood? Find out more.
Zoom into a different perspective. I loved it though.
Well, I mean, there's other shots that are janky, but look how good this shot
it's a
looks.
great
That
shot.
shot looks excellent now.
Yeah, there's some janky CGI moments for sure.
But what a good setup for like a man versus a tiger. He needs to stay calm.
He's a stay calm.
He needs to roar back. Use all his muscles.
Oh, yes, it works every time.
It never gets old.
The tension of that shot is incredible too, right? Because he's in full flex, but the whole theater is losing their minds at this point. Because you're just like,
This scratches all the itch that are like the best WWE matches scratch.
yes, agreed.
There's parts like this that are so well done that are easily on par, if not better than
Like
stuff
that's
you see in
great.
movies.
That's
Yeah,
a
this looks
great
amazing.
shot. It's also shot choice too, because There's an angle where that shot is almost impossible to do, right? Like, but then if you're coming behind and you're letting the foreground be the tiger, you can get away with not necessarily being exactly where is his hand positioned into it, because it's covered, right?
I have to imagine one of the hardest things for the VFX team and the director here in this scene was to have it where it's like the tiger's falling asleep, it's struggling, but it's still scratching him a little bit. Enough that it really hurts, but not enough that it wounds him. Like, you need to hit that story beat.
Because it needs to communicate that it's still dangerous, right? Because there's a movie where it's like, he goes, he boom, hits a tranquilizer dart, and boom, it's down, right?
Yeah.
It's like, no, the struggle continues.
I think that's like a big difference between like what you see in MCU style action flicks is like the severe lack of blood. The humanity is robbed of all the characters where there's no stakes. There's just never a fucking real stake. Yeah, you get your ass beat a little bit, but like the danger is really, really sanitized. Whereas when you watch something like this, you're like, oh fuck, like you're tense. You're tense all the time. I've never felt tense, but I watched like Spider-Man getting his fucking ass beat. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I know he's gonna be fine.
Still, there is already a built-in suspension of disbelief whenever we choose to watch a movie. If the purpose of the shot is like the tiger's chasing him and it's not selling a big story beat, then it's like, okay, it literally doesn't matter as much compared to the story beat here where he's gonna cradle it. That you can't be distracted by, oh, this looks bad. You can forgive it because you're forgiving the movie because it's a movie.
Yeah. I mean, VFX is almost like a really abstracted version of acting, where it's like, when you're in the middle of action, the acting's not super important. But when like an actor is like having a very intimate moment with another actor, it's like, you can't get distracted by bad acting.
Throughout this movie, they do an incredible job of making sure to focus their strengths at the points that they actually need it.
They do that for over 2,800 VFX shots.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's insane.
It's a nice train. That's CG. 100% CG, by the way.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No, that shot of the front of the train right there that we just saw was 100% CG.
Okay, but like I saw they made miniatures for this whole train
Oh,
too.
we'll get to that. You only make miniatures when you want to blow them up. Classic. Gotta hit the
The
sparks.
sparks from the brakes. Wait, so the fire shots of the miniatures? Because obviously we got CG fire up
CG.
here.
CG fire, yep.
But then this next shot is quite
That's
nice looking.
miniature.
That looks great. Oh, that fire looks
Dude, that's so smart. That's so smart. All right, we have a CG train for the close-ups, and then we have a miniature for the destruction and the physics.
That's so
of it.
sick.
Usually it's either backwards.
It's
or like,
also I feel like that's like very old school Hollywood to just like completely build a miniature replica and blow that shit up. That's fire.
flipped or like completely one and the other.
Yeah.
I've never seen the use of that where we're going to use CG for everything except for when physics takes.
In what world does that look good? What do you mean? You don't think this looks... It's literally real, bro. What are you talking about? My man said, oh, no, that doesn't look good. Why? Does it look like a miniature to you? Because that is real. That is happening. It's just happening at a much smaller scale. You just said reality doesn't look good.
Over.
That's a real size right there, full size thing. This is all wire work.
That they just tipped.
Yep, but this is all in camera here, except for the background, which is comped in.
One of the tricks I always feel like that I see is that explosions are very bright, and oftentimes real explosions will blow out. Like you have elements of pure white in there.
Yeah, look at that.
But then CG explosions, every VFX artist is like, but I put all this effort in these flames. I want to see all the details of the flames.
I
And
know.
it's like,
That's like the biggest gripe. Nico mentions it all the time too. It's like the classic Marvel movie explosion where you just have like the super detailed and flat explosion.
It's like just brown.
Keep in mind, if you're compositing an explosion, that is exactly what you want to simulate to make it look real.
Yep.
yeah. Right when the flames are at his hands, you get the proper halation.
Oh, yeah.
Of course,
yeah,
of course, people are fucking. Yes, I hate reality. That's why I live on the internet and play video games, dude. Of course, people are. These guys are shitting on Marvel, dude. Marvel is fucking doggy do. Okay, it's dog shit. Sucks. It's not good. There's no life in it. Sucks. Nothing unique.
Halation on the finger.
It's just a way to get you to go. It's a way to get you to soy face because you are seeing recognizable IP. That's it.
Woo!
Good work.
That's what it's called, halation.
Halation, yeah.
It's not called light wrap or whatever.
Bloom.
I think halation is like the technical, like,
Okay.
optics term
So,
for it.
Because
Oh,
that.
yeah.
all
What
right,
is it?
all right. Bloom is when light gets diffracted passing through your lens. Halation is when it hits your film and causes the silver crystals next to where the light is hitting to also change color and expose.
Oh, because it spills out on the sensor or
and
the film.
On film. Is game recognizing game?
Game recognizing game. 2 hand signals and like
Dude, that
I'm
shit's
just
so
with you.
I love that part. I love that part. Remember when I showed you guys this after I watched RRR? Like the it's so dumb.
Okay.
Let's rock and roll. And now here's like, all right.
Oh,
Yes, look at that.
Whoop.
yes. You can't start a horse without having the horse start.
He didn't
Yeah.
even tell him the whole plan,
Dude,
by the way.
the torque on that horse is so.
There's still more secrets left to this plan that we don't know yet. See, that is not style. That is substance.
Dude, the way they jump is so
The flag isn't
anime.
just because they're heroes of their country, which obviously they are. But
Yeah, the whole time you're like, what? This seems excessive. Why is
that's
he,
a
what's
little
with the
excessive.
flag?
No, it
What
doesn't.
is the style
No, it
with
doesn't.
the flag?
Any other Bollywood and Tollywood movie would just be style with the flag.
No, it's not excessive.
You fool! What's happening here? You keep asking, what is the white flag is wet? Why? What would it?
What?
There's only one answer, and that's. You tell me that there's not a greater wingman move than knowing that your buddy is going to need to protect himself from the flames.
Fire, yeah.
And then the build here.
And then he's like,
Dude, I love this sequence.
there we go.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh,
dun,
play the
dun.
music, dude. Yeah.
How far are we in this movie? How far is this? 40 minutes.
40
in.
minutes, and now the main title hits. That's a transition. They introduce themselves, it transitions into the logo of the film.
Oh, they take a beat. They're like, hey, we
That's
acknowledge
it,
that what
dude.
we-
That's Kino. Okay. There is no. That's it. That's it. That is fucking the best. I was spitting at this point. I was literally like, there was like spit coming down my fucking mouth. Okay, the size of my mouth. I was like, oh, it's so good.
just did was kind of ridiculous.
That was crazy.
Oh yeah, they even put him up there. They didn't have to, but they did.
Wait, are they actually holding on?
them, dude.
Wait, hold on. Stop. Freeze. No, they're holding hands. They're like maybe there could be a cable connecting them that's like either on the back of their wrists.
Oh, by the way, that's the CG horse in that shot right there.
That's a CG. Oh,
That's a
because
CG
it has
horse.
to stop. It has to stop and let them go off.
Yeah, dude, check out the CG horse rig.
That's sick. That's sick.
And look at his little bike trainer wheels thing, so he can do his like, move
Oh, for
every
the
time.
turn. Yeah.
So the actor doesn't have to like
that's
risk
awesome.
himself.
There is an incredible scene, a dance number, if you will, called
This-
Not To. However, we can't include it on this episode on YouTube or else, well, we'll get flagged. So if you want to watch it, head over.
Which sucks because it's the greatest fucking song. It's so good.
to Corridor Digital.
Dramatic history.
Head over
It-
there if you want to.
It is.
Boom. CG.
Get out of the way.
No.
Dance, white
Did
boy.
they flip it? I think they flipped just look pretty good. I don't know. You tell me.
That truck is CG, of course.
Oh, what a shot.
Love it. What a good
yes.
payoff.
Dude,
You finally-
that shot is insane. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Look at it, bro. Just complete madness, dude. Oh, God, it's so sick. It's on Netflix, by the way, for those of you. Our movies are too afraid to do this. Dude, straight up. The movie is a masterpiece. 3-hour movie and like top to fucking bottom, just jam-packed full of goodies. I think I watched it already. I might rewatch it tonight. This is Maya, yes. This is literally what Maya does. This is why. Sorry, not beautiful. No amount of authoritarian leftist thinking will change that.
Oh, what a shot.
Love it.
Oh,
What a good
yes.
payoff. He finally makes his move. He attacks the British, and he does it with all the creatures he's been capturing in the forest.
So this does a very John Woo kind of Hong Kong cinema thing here, where we're jumping through time, right? Like, this is out of time. We're taking our beat here. We're taking a long time here, right? And now we're coming back to it. So all that stuff again is like the sort of cutting in a way that is emphasizing emotion over temporal logistics.
It's anime.
It's anime.
It is anime. It is anime as fuck. That's how I described it as well. It is the most anime live action movie you could ever watch. And it is so much better than every fucking live action rendition of anime, whether it's been done by the West or Japan, straight up. Every time Japanese studios try to make like a live action rendition of an anime, it sucks. Every time the Western studios try to do one, it is a war crime. Like literally Hiroshima, Nagasaki times, it's like that level war crime when Americans try to do like a fucking Japanese live action adaptation. Okay? Straight up. This is the perfect fucking anime movie.
Off me.
Here we go.
Yeah. And that stunt guy just does the perfect
Perfect flip.
Yeah.
That's called like a gainer, right? Or something?
header.
A header?
A header, yeah.
Like you can feel like the tension of the animation like almost breaking. The header actually
Brings it
works.
around. Yeah.
And the animation of that leopard spinning around, like it fits.
Can we just pause for 1 second to just acknowledge and appreciate the filmmaking artistry that goes into deciding not to do this whole sequence as a stupid oneer? I'm tired of stupid oneers. We're at a point where people know there are cuts in oneers. Like
Track
it's not
shots.
Cool. It's not cool anymore. Stop with the useless.
Wait, oneers are actually not just fully one take sequences? I thought it was all track shot. I literally thought they were all like, what's the one with Michael Keaton? Like that is like literally, that is the entire part of that is a track shot. It's like a theater play. Birdman is literally a theater play. They hide cuts. Nopers. Oh my God, what the fuck? I thought they were. In a Marvel movie, no. In indie stuff, yes, usually. They filmed 1917 in one shot. Not always, no. Birdman hides cuts. They are. What the fuck is this dude talking about? Either they are or they aren't, guys. Godfather has a one-shot scene. Birdman was great too. Man, what a fucking classic. I should rewatch that too.
Boring.
God, I love movies.
Filmmakers.
I fucking love movies, dude. It's so weird that I'm also in the same industry of entertainment, and I'm literally like bottom of the barrel fucking scumsucker entertainer. Whereas like there's these multi-million-dollar budgets that make such beautiful, incredible, life-changing cinematic events.
I'm telling you this right now, you're not cool for doing a oneer anymore. Nobody is impressed anymore. Nobody thinks it's cool and nobody likes it.
Yeah.
And because of that, nobody likes you or your movies.
They're boring.
Stop doing
I hate
boring
watching movies.
oneers.
What the fuck? How? How? How do you fucking hate movies? That's so wild. I mean, I guess like all the new movies suck, so maybe that's why. Yeah, like a lot of new movies suck, and also on top of that, I feel like maybe ADD and like TikTok has like ruined people's brains.
Super boring.
Stop doing boring oneers.
Stop
No,
it.
listen, a good oneer, there's plenty of good oneers out there, but they're used to like bridge together, and again, they don't overstay their welcome. There's a purpose to it. So this is like a long single shot. To show what? To show the chaos and sort of the scope of what's happening here, right? The purpose of this, it's the range of animals, even the horseback sort of folks can't even handle it, and the punctuation mark, and we're starting a fire. That's like a technical wonder, but like they're cutting out of it by a certain point.
Octar!
Oh, what an intro.
Fire showing up.
Love the detail that like the power of these horses are gonna even part like the two most dangerous animals that you've seen up until this point, artificially keeping him very dark in the front, right? There's even this next shot here. It's almost completely.
This is
like,
the classic. This is Indian movie classic.
Right, it looks like a shot from Sin City almost, but like but the purpose is this dark. We're gonna flip this. Get a low angle of our guy walking. Oh my, come on.
This is like a trademark Bollywood and Tollywood shot.
Oh, yeah.
Something flipping in slow motion above a cop. This is a trademark shot.
And then of course the wheel hits him.
Oh, the wheel hit him.
Yeah.
This coming up here, I think, is one of the most sublime theatrical moments I've ever had, which is the key shot. So the key falls out of his hand.
It was so close. It was literally in his grasp.
He's coming in and out of focus, and then like you can track the moment it goes, and then he's gonna come into focus one more time, and now his look is different, right? And now you know it's like, no, now they're against each other. How hard this hits too. Boom, right? It's almost a jump cut to emphasize the speed of it.
This is that Dragon Ball Z action now, where like very singular, powerful strikes here.
Good crisp choreo with the emphasis on the hits, so low angle, but like just great choreo there.
And using smoke that's backlit behind them so you can silhouette them and read their body shapes.
Ah, clever, good point, yeah. Uh-oh, fire. Yes!
Yeah, yeah.
Kudos to the VFX artist on that shot. Every single time I see it, that little arc of the background rocket over Ram's head, just
That is so Indian. It's so over the top. Like, that's just Indian flair right there. That's Indian movie magic, which is like definitely a little bit different than like American movie magic right there. Straight up having that double, that like, it was cool.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes you're just like, you know what? Those Bezier curves just hit. Sometimes those Bezier curves just hit different, and this is one of the shots where them Bezier curves just hit different.
Whoever was placing them knew where to
They
place
knew
them.
exactly.
Like-
It's like a painting, dude.
They didn't even have to decide where they went. They were like, oh, this is where they belong. That shot could be complete chaos if done incorrectly.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like
No,
you're watching just like, oh, what the heck?
How'd you like Unbearable Massive Talent? It was pretty good. It was pretty funny. It was pretty good. I liked it a lot. I have grown. I used to hate Nicolas Cage. Shocked. Yeah, the trailer definitely ruins a couple of the best bits for sure. Don't watch the trailer. But why does the song saying "That's So Indian" sound a little derogatory? I don't know, maybe because you can't fucking see my mouth watering as I've been riding a week-long wave of fucking promoting this movie like for free.
We should pause it here.
Bro, one of the dudes in the movie retweeted me. The movie retweeted me. The RRR movie retweeted my fucking alt account.
Showing you the rest of this fight would be a disservice to you. You should go watch the movie.
Hey guys, it's me, Jake again. Here
That's it.
I just wanted you guys to talk to me about the movie. Tell me what you think of it. Tell me.
It's so good. What is this? Can we look at this? What the fuck? What's wrong with you, chatter? Banger South Indian movie is Kaithi. It's on YouTube. We already saw the White Life take. RRR movie retweeted your main. Wait, they did? Okay, there's a lot of people who are saying in the chat that I am stalling and that I am afraid of aliens. Okay? And I'm not stalling. We will be doing Alien Isolation. Okay? Here you go. Let's do it, folks. It's time. Does anyone have a good blast off tweet for this or no? Why the fuck is this not full screen on my fucking screen? Boys, what's happening here? Oh, game capture. We're good.